Nye McGee here with ewarweb.com. Thank you for giving me your time to speak about this very exciting holiday movie, A Season to Remember. It's airing Saturday, December 7th on OWN. And so let's kick things off. Miss Michelle, I was thinking about this as I was preparing for the interview. So you play Simone. Simone is navigating this male-dominated field as a
Mhm.
sports reporter. So I was wondering about how you prepared for this role. So that's my first question for you. I mean, did you speak to any professional female sports reporters about what it's really like navigating this world from a woman's perspective?
You know what? I didn't. I didn't really have many that I knew. Otherwise, I would. But I did kind of research a few of women who are really out there doing sports reporting. I already kind of have followed women in the sports arena on Instagram because I just love seeing women talk about sports. And so I already had a idea of how they present themselves and like the you can just tell how much they need to be prepared with information and know what they're talking about and to be able to stay in the conversation. But also that some of them have this ability to navigate the conversation and keep the conversation focused and kind of keep the men focused. And so I don't
There's
know.
truth in that. No, that's true. It's
Is
true.
that rude to say? Okay,
No,
cool.
it's true. I've seen it for sure.
Yeah,
For
right.
sure.
And so, which I love, right? They keep it real and they can be kind of direct, as well. But they can also, you know, dang, I don't know if I can cuss in here, but they can also shoot the shit. So I don't know how else to explain that. I feel like that's the best expression. So that I did look into that and wanted to like renew my like continue to see like, okay, so let me look into just
Was it
watching
Malika
this stuff
Andrews? Oh, sorry.
specifically.
Did you
Yeah,
speak
and the role was
Malika
kind
Andrews?
of,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying. I remember you actually showing me Malika Andrews, and like you told me that you were kind of looking her career up and kind of seeing where she came from and whatnot, and like just how she navigated that personally. So I remember you
Yeah,
saying
and
that to
that's
me.
that's okay. No,
Yeah.
no, yeah, because also the creators, the writers and the producers said that they really were using her as kind of an example. There's other women that I followed as well, but I did look into her as well. So that's kind of what I did. But when it comes to specifically answering your question about knowing what it's like to work with a male dominated, I already kind of know what that is like. So I just went off of my own experience. And when I read the script, I really just resonated with that internal struggle already. So I just pulled from my own experiences in that way.
Simone's journey in the film involves finding her voice and being, more assertive. So, how do you think her growth reflects challenges women face today, both in the workplace and beyond?
Well, I think it's just a relevant conversation, right? I think we're in a time where we don't want to come up. Unfortunately, I feel like there's just this stigma, this diva stigma, diva, 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 right? Especially as Black women in the industry. I mean, I am a bubbly, like kind of quirky girl. Immediately when I started finding success in the industry, people will be like, "Yeah, she's nice now. Wait till season 3." Yeah, like even the microaggression, like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I just don't want you to poke my eye with the mascara wand. Is that okay? Can I protect my eye? You
Right.
know? And so the fact that there's even these microaggressions against women of color on set, and I was on predominantly Black sets too. These weren't even just white people saying this. These were Black people in the industry saying this around me. And so I just feel like that's such a relevant thing. And I think that's exactly what Simone is going through, whether we are going through it at a sports network on set of a show, at a university, if you're a professor, if you work wherever you work, if you work in tech, wherever you work, I think there is this thing that they have against Black women, like, don't be a diva, don't be asking too much. And then we feel burdened to ask for what we deserve. And we watch Simone navigate that. And I love that because it's so personal to me. I
Very good.
can't, I can't, I can't ignore that experience that I've had personally. So
And over to you, Mr. Nathan. I mean, you play Iggy. Simone and your character have this dynamic partnership that evolves over the course of the movie. So, what was it like working with Miss Michelle to develop, their chemistry on screen?
Oh, it was absolutely terrible. I couldn't. No, I loved it. I loved it. We hit it off immediately. We both we're kind of similar in that we are both very like we like to joke around. That's one thing and that for me in general is just like the base. It's if you have a good sense of humor, you're
Yeah.
perfect with me. And we just hit it off immediately with jokes, and from there you kind of build on, you know, um, the relationship from there basically. So it was great to work with her. I got to meet her family as well too, which was wonderful. But yeah, it was wonderful to work with her. We carried each other through some long days and long nights, and yeah, in that you get a bond. There's a bond that kind of forms from that, and you know, I would imagine that it kind of translates into. I would imagine it translates. I hope it does. So I had a really good experience with them. Not just her as well too. The cast, the crew, everybody was very kind and warm, and kind of it's in the spirit of Christmas. It was like that warmth from everybody. At least in my experience, that's what I feel.
How does Iggy kind of influence Simone's transformation, and what qualities of his did you most enjoy portraying?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would say as far as his quality, he's I like his somewhat spontaneity, creative ability. I like that he has that, and he has, and I'll say this, the tact to navigate and to give constructive criticism to Michelle's character, Simone. And personally, I have an older sister who's, climbed the ranks in the executive world, corporate America, and I've got to see it on my own personal side, like with her going through what she's had to go through. That speaks to what Michelle was speaking about navigating the world of a male-dominated industry. Hers is tech, but to see that, and I could take a lot of how I approached that with my sister, and constructive criticism I gave her, and just hearing her perspective of the whole situation, and bring that to Iggy's character with regard to Simone. And he does it in such a way that's careful, very careful, because Iggy himself, he's got an intense admiration for his mom, his parents in general, but I think that, he uses how he was cultivated in that world and brings it to his relationship with Sydney. Or yeah, Sydney.
No.
Okay, so
Simone. Sorry,
Simone.
he uses that how he was cultivated there and brings it to his relationship with Simone. Sorry about that. My bad. My
That's
bad.
the other girl. That's so funny.
Yeah. My bad. I'm just joking. I'm just kidding.
So, as actors, when you take on characters like this, right, how much of your own personality do you kind of embed in these characters? And did you do that with these roles?
You want me to go first?
Go for it. Yeah. Take it away.
Um, yeah, it's so interesting as an actor, right? And they always talk about, oh, that actor just plays themselves, plays themselves. Well, we all play a little bit of ourselves, like, because otherwise it wouldn't be real. There's something that you're drawing from yourself, even if it's 10% of you or 20% of you, 50%. Every character is a different percentage of yourself that you're bringing. I think the big differences between me and Simone is I'm definitely probably more goofy than Simone. I wish I had the organization skills that Simone has. My life would probably be better if I did, but I don't. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm just like that free spirit butterfly running into walls all the time, but also like creative. But I also do have a, a side of me that is organized with certain things. So I just leaned into that and push that out. But other than that, yeah, the rest of her is very similar to me. She's a woman, you know, who likes to have a good time, who's smart, who wants to go after her dreams. So I just brought all of that I already have in me to the character as well.
Say that I brought a lot of myself to this in a lot of ways, because the way I saw Iggy is very similar to certain aspects of me. Like for instance, like I'll go back to it. Like he's very fun loving. He likes to joke around. The wanderlust aspect of it is sort of like part of my career as well too. I model as well too, so I travel a lot. So there's a lot of bouncing around and getting to know new people in new cities, having lived in a lot of different cities in my lifetime. So I pull from a lot of that, being able to do a lot of that, and then like I said before, pulling from my own experience with my sister and my mom actually. So yeah, a lot of those aspects of my life I pulled into to being Iggy Love.
This movie blends professional ambition with personal growth and romance. So, what do you
Mm.
hope viewers take away from Simone's story?
Oh wow, that's such a good question. I hope that viewers are encouraged to really be themselves and be inspired to go after their dreams. Of course, inspired, like if you do the work, you show up, you can do it. And also knowing that you can ask for what you want. There's an intention behind it. And as long as your heart and your intention is right, then do it. And the worst that's going to happen is they say no. You know what I mean? And but being able to live without those regrets of not speaking up, of not saying, "Hey, I really believe that I'm good enough for this. I want an opportunity to prove to you that I am." And also I hope people are inspired as well to, if they haven't found someone, I haven't found a partner, to keep looking and keep working on themselves so that they can attract a partner who also works on themselves, and being open to that as well and not giving up.
I
Because I
like
really
that.
think personal growth is the key to success in your career and to a good relationship, whether you have the person or not.
This film emphasizes themes of courage,
Mm.
ambition, and romance set against the backdrop of the holidays. So, what do you think makes A Season to Remember a standout holiday movie?
Mm.
And how do you hope it connects with audiences on OWN?
Another great question. I would say what makes it a standout movie, well, something that always speaks to me. I hold my family in the highest regard, and I realize there's such a familial aspect to this film. Like it's very much, yeah, honestly, even in the making of the film, when we were with the cast who plays the rest of the family, including in ourselves, there was something there that's joyous and almost like a little bit of magic involved in that. That's a standout holiday movie to me. Something that has a story to tell that brings it together with the backdrop of the family. Though, like I love that her relationship with her family. So it's hilarious at times, and it's comforting. And for somebody like Iggy Love, who is an adopted um, adult at this time. He was adopted when he was a teenager. It kind of brings it all together there. I hope that it connects. I hope that it connects through also kind of what Michelle, echoing what Michelle said, as far as vulnerability in situations of love. And I think all too often, especially in today's age, it's tough for people to open up and allow themselves to be vulnerable in a partner situation. I think that there's so many guards people hold up these days, and I think that this film speaks to being able to set those aside and realize that, like, okay, maybe I'm not always right. Okay, maybe I can, there's a lot of different things that we can overcome, and I hope that this film, brings that to the viewers. So.